What is up, you guys? Welcome back to Business Buzz, where we focus on business, entrepreneurship, and investing. Today, we're going to be talking about ways that you can save money on flights. Now, you might be thinking, how does this relate to our channel? Well, we would kind of put it under the sector of personal finance because it's going to be saving you money with these tips. So, guys, please go down and subscribe before we get into this video. Let's get into it. So, traveling is something that you don't want to skimp out on in life. It's very important, and many studies have shown that experiences that you can get through traveling are one of the best things that you can do for your mental health and for your life. Now, if you guys are watching this around the time that we're posting this, which is March of 2020, then of course you know that every flight is super cheap right now due to COVID-19 and its outbreak and the effect it's having on the world. But, we're looking down the road a little bit. Flights aren't always going to be this cheap. So we thought that this video could help you guys out for when this thing is passed through. And say you're watching this a year from now and nobody's even talking about COVID-19, then obviously this video will still be good for you. So this video will be split into two parts. The first part is tips, and the next part is websites and resources. So first, let's get into some simple tips. First of all, you want to book really as early as possible. There's this myth that if you book your flight like the day before you leave, then you're going to get a deal. This is really the opposite. In fact, they say that you should wait between 3 to 6 months before your flight before you book it. That's usually the range of the best, cheapest time to book your flight. So another thing is that you want to be flexible, okay? You want to be flexible of when you can leave, your dates, okay? Because, summertime, those are generally more expensive flights. Leaving on a Friday night, pretty expensive. So you definitely, if you can, try to be more flexible. Of course, if it's kind of out of your control, there's not much you can do. But if you can save that vacation for a few more months later, and if you can leave just a day earlier, you can end up saving a lot of money. We found that Tuesdays and Thursdays are the cheapest days to book flights. Another thing that you should be mindful of is not always going to the big airports. Consider alternate airports as well. Let's say you're going to New York City, for example. Don't just go to JFK, okay? Because that's probably going to be your most expensive option. Consider LaGuardia and Newark, okay? Generally, they'll be cheaper. They might be a bit farther away from your location, but you're here to save money. So that about wraps up our tips. Now let's get into the meat of the video, which is the websites and resources that can really help you out on saving money on flights. Let's start out with one of the best, Matrix ITA. This is a software made from Google that helps you better search for flights with more control. It has very high functionality. For example, you can choose multiple departing airports and multiple locations, and it will automatically find the best deals for you. So if you're flexible on which airport that you can leave out of and where you want to end up, as long as you're in the general area, they will find you the best deal possible. One of their best and greatest features is calendar of lowest fares, where you can give a big time span and they will find you the best deal in that time span. So let's say you say 3 to 7 nights in the month of January, it'll find you the best deal for that. The next website is called the FlightDealcom. Now, unfortunately, with this website, it's only available to the USA. So for all of our Indian viewers, and there's actually a lot of you guys, I do apologize, but thanks for watching our videos. It's really cool that there's those of you from a different country like India watching this. That's really awesome. So every day, this website, Flight Deals, is uploading crazy new deals that they've found on the web for whatever location you may want to go. Typically, they post every single day, and this is great for those of you who just want to travel anywhere. You don't have a set place in mind, but you really want to go somewhere. And, you might not have a specific place in mind, but if you find a great deal on this website, you might be spontaneous and say, hey, let's go there. The next one is my personal favorite, Hopper.com. So the Hopper uses algorithms from past dates and past flights to predict when the cheapest flights are going to be. So it can give you a range of when software believes it will be the cheapest flights available. So for example, let's say you want to book a flight from Cleveland to Orlando and you put it into the Hopper. It will tell you, historically speaking, the best date to buy this flight for the price. So it might tell you April 17th is the best day to buy this flight. So you would then wait until that date. Also, if you find a deal online, you can bring it to the Hopper and it has a tool that will basically tell you how good of a deal it is. Next up is Norwegiancom. This website is primarily for Europe flights. Okay, so this is great for those of you who want to travel abroad in Europe. So what's interesting about Norwegian is it's almost a necessity because, Google Flights doesn't include these flights in their information because some sort of clause or something. So if you're wanting to go to Europe, you're basically going to have to use Norwegian.com. And it basically works the same as the other websites, except it's just for Europe. Now, this is a budget airline. Norwegian is an airline and it's a budget one, so don't expect some great experience flying. However, they're cheap and you can find a lot of good round trip deals. Also, if you can fit your clothes in a personal item, do it so you don't have to pay the fee of having your bag checked and all that. Guys, that about wraps up this video of how to find good flight deals. I really hope that this saves you guys a butt ton of money. Anyway, thank you guys. Go down, give us a like, comment some ideas for us to make, and we'll see you next time.